Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a young boy named Yasir. Yasir was a bright and ambitious child, but he often struggled with controlling his mind. He would easily get distracted and found it challenging to focus on his studies or any task at hand. This lack of control over his thoughts made him feel frustrated and led him to underperform in school and other activities. One day, as Sua was sitting under a tree feeling dejected, his grandfather passed by. The grandfather noticed Yasir's distress and sat down beside him. He asked, "What troubles you, my child?" Yasir poured out his heart to his grandfather, explaining how he couldn't control his mind and it was affecting his life negatively. The grandfather smiled kindly and said, "Young man, controlling your mind is indeed a great challenge, but it is not impossible. I will share a story with you that might help you understand the power of the mind. Long ago, there was a fierce and skillful archer named Aoun. Aoun was famous for his precision and accuracy in hitting targets. One day, a young boy approached Aoun and asked him to teach him the art of archery. Aoun agreed and began mentoring the boy. As the boy practiced, Aoun noticed that the young archer was talented, but his mind wandered constantly. He couldn't concentrate on his target, and his arrows veered off course. Seeing this, Aoun devised a plan to teach the boy a valuable lesson. Aoun set up a challenge. For the boy, he placed a small clay pot on a tree branch some distance away and asked the boy to target its neck. The catch was that the boy could only look at the pot's neck and nothing else. The boy took his bow, but as he raised it, Aoun stopped him and asked, "What do you see?" The boy replied, "I see the pot, the tree, the sky, and everything around." Aoun nodded and said, "You will never hit the target if your mind is scattered. Focus only on the pot's neck and let everything else fade away." The boy tried again, but his mind kept wandering. He couldn't keep his focus solely on the pot's neck. After several attempts, he felt defeated and said, "I can't do it." Aoun smiled and said, "You can, but to control your mind, you must tame it like a wild horse. Be patient and keep practicing." The boy followed Aoun's advice and practiced diligently. He started to meditate daily to strengthen his focus and control his thoughts. With time, he became more and more skillful. Months later, Aoun set up the same challenge again. This time, when the boy took his bow, he gazed unwaveringly at the pot's neck and everything else disappeared from his vision. He released the arrow, and to everyone's amazement, it hit the pot's neck with astounding accuracy. The grandfather looked at Yasir and said, "My child, just like that young archer, you too can master your mind. It requires practice, patience, and dedication. Train your mind to focus on the present moment, and don't let distractions sway you from your goals." Yasir felt a renewed sense of determination. After hearing the story, he decided to follow his grandfather's advice and began practicing mindfulness and meditation. With consistent effort and perseverance, Yasir learned to control his thoughts and focus on his studies and tasks effectively. Over time, Yasir became a top-performing student, and his confidence soared. He realized that the power to control his mind lay within him all along, and now he could direct it towards achieving greatness in all areas of his life. And so, dear viewer, remember the tale of Yasir.